Hilba, you look like you just ran a marathon. Are you from the library, or just enjoying the fresh air?
Ha ha ha. Feels like it. Just rushed over from the library. My Wi-Fi at home decided to quit during my online class, so I had to relocate.
Oh no, that's the worst. It's funny how much we rely on good Wi-Fi these days. Back in high school, I never imagined I'd be attending classes from my bedroom.
Same here. But honestly, I kind of miss the hustle of getting ready for an in-person class. Online is convenient, sure, but it's just not the same.
I know what you mean. Although, I do appreciate how online classes let me stay in my pajamas. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, what's your take? Are online classes as effective as in-person ones?
That's a tough question. I think it depends on the situation. During COVID, online classes were a lifesaver. Without them, education would have come to a standstill. But now that we have options again, I'm not sure if they hold up as well as in-person learning.
True, COVID definitely changed the game. Online learning made education accessible when everything else shut down. But I wonder, are we learning as much online as we do in person?
Good point. Actually, I saw a survey recently about this. Something like 40% of students prefer a hybrid model, combining online and in-person classes. Only a small percentage preferred fully online or fully in-person.
That makes sense. Hybrid seems like the best of both worlds. You get the flexibility of online classes but still have some face-to-face interaction.
Exactly. And you know, one thing I really liked about online classes was the flipped classroom model. Ever tried it?
Oh, definitely. Watching lectures at home and then doing problem-solving or discussions during class time, it's such a smart approach. I feel like I actually understood concepts better that way.
Same here. It's like you come to class prepared, so you can dive right into the tough stuff. I think the flipped classroom works especially well online, where you can watch lectures at your own pace.
Totally. But what about those massive online courses, like MOOCs? They're so different from traditional classrooms. Do you think they're effective?
Honestly, I think they're great for accessibility. Millions of people around the world can access quality education through MOOCs, which wouldn't be possible otherwise. But they can feel impersonal. It's hard to build connections or ask questions when you're one of thousands of students.
True. I took MOOC on machine learning last year. It was amazing in terms of content, but I did miss the interaction. The forums were helpful, but it wasn't the same as raising your hand in class.
That's the thing. Online learning is super flexible and inclusive, but it's not always engaging. In-person classes have that energy. You can brainstorm with classmates, ask questions on the spot, and even build networks.
Yeah, and I feel like I focus better in person. At home, it's too easy to get distracted. 1 minute you're listening to a lecture, and the next, you're scrolling through TikTok.
Ha 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 ha, guilty as charged. But I will say, being able to rewatch lectures online is a huge advantage. Sometimes professors go through materials so fast, and having recordings makes a big difference.
Absolutely. I guess it boils down to the subject and the person. For something theoretical, like history, online might work fine. But for hands-on learning, like labs or art classes, in-person is definitely better.
Agreed. And don't forget, online learning saved a lot of students during COVID. Without it, some people might have had to put their education on hold entirely.
That's true. Plus, online classes are more inclusive for people with tight schedules, jobs, or even disabilities. But I still feel like there's something irreplaceable about being on campus.
Same here. I think we're moving toward a hybrid future. It's not about replacing one with the other but combining the best of both.
Makes sense. Speaking of which, have you heard any people in society talking about sticking with hybrid models permanently?
A few, actually. One of mine said hybrid is the way forward, especially with tools like Zoom and online forums making it so easy to connect remotely.
Interesting. Hey, want to grab a coffee and keep chatting about this? I feel like we've only scratched the surface.
Sounds good. Let's keep debating while we caffeinate.